Hello and welcome back to Scourge of the Dragon Sea. It's been a couple weeks since we were here, but we're back and everyone's ready to play. Joining us tonight is a new player, and we'll get to that in a little bit. Would anyone like to give me a summary of what happened last session 3 weeks ago?
Someone stabbed the skeleton before we were done talking, and then we kicked his ass. And our friend Topaz was lost to another dimension, or plane of existence.
She went home. Unwillingly.
We don't know that!
You guys don't know she went home.
Also, BluePopStream.
And someone disappeared.
Yep. These are all really, hardcore Cliff Notes summaries.
I mean, what else is there to say? we beat the boss and got a bunch of magical items. There's not much happened.
There you go.
The entire last session was that fight. I'm sorry.
True. It's hard to pull out more information. It was just a combat because we only played for 2 hours. All right. I am going to roll a d10. Whoever guesses closest to the number gets inspiration of the people who gave me a summary.
7.
1.
Marcus, what's your guess?
I said 1.
1. And Tyron?
18.
I rolled a d10.
Oh, sorry.
9. I rolled exactly 9.
Damn.
So, Tyron gets inspiration.
Yay!
All right, you guys find yourself back in this cave. If I remember right, you have not long rested yet.
I don't think so.
You have just come back through the portal after facing the fallen king. What would you like to do?
Realize that we probably haven't found anything of value, which was the point of coming in here. Aside from these magical doodads.
Grabbed a crown.
Did
Hey,
we?
bro, we have a cloak, we have a decanter, and we have a crown. Apparently.
Well, I guess there's not much left to do. Just work our way back out. Maybe stop by and see if our old friend Prince Campfire's still hanging out there.
We're just gonna leave?
What else do you want to, what else is there to do? We've explored.
What if Topaz, comes back and, we're gone, you know?
I mean, she knows where she came in with us, she knows where we'd be. I don't know what else we can do. We did whatever we could to see if that would trigger her coming back. We defeated the creature that sent her, and she didn't come back. Usually that's what happens, but it didn't, so I don't know what else we can try. I'm open to ideas.
Is the portal that we came in, is it still there? By the fireplace or whatever it was?
It is. You still see a bit of the energy, but it almost seems to be fading a bit. You're not sure how much longer it will last. You also notice that the torches here are now just regular flame instead of the weird, sort of pale green color that they had been.
I mean, if you want to go back in there and look, you can, but I don't know how much longer this is going to be open.
Oh, God, yeah, no, I don't want to go back in there. Well, I mean, if everybody wants to get out of here, I don't blame them.
Our options do not appear to be many.
Fair enough. I guess we'll make our way out.
Okay. As you start heading out of the cave, which, by the way, I think Marcus just had a brief disconnect.
Yeah.
So we'll get him back in here as soon as he's available. As you make your way out of the cave, all of the torches have returned to this sort of. Yeah, I'm just gonna group you guys up and like move you myself.
Yeah.
All of the torches are just regular, non-magical torches now. Okay. Get over here. There we go. And yeah, making your way out of...
Making our way down cave.
Yeah. The cave sounds as you would expect an abandoned mine shaft to sound.
Whoa. The lights just jumped around in there for a bit.
Yeah. You don't hear any particular signs of life. Did I turn off these torches? I think I did.
Hello, Ostenda. Thank you for tuning into the stream.
Hello and welcome.
To make sure my chat box is not screwed
Did I
up
put
again.
anyone in a wall there? That's the question. Sweet, I didn't. Fuck yeah.
Yes, I'm the best.
Yeah, you do see that there is a pathway leading onward instead of returning to the door there that you have not explored.
I kind of saw into the wall there for a second, I think.
I did my best with this.
That's fine.
With the walls here.
Oh, hold on. I think that's... Oh, that's Marcus. I'll grab him.
Okay.
Whoop.
Welcome back.
I'm bad at remembering who's who in Twitch usernames.
All right. What's going on here, gang?
I mean, I'm working our way back to the entrance unless anyone has any other ideas.
You guys are in that like main entryway area.
I'll start.
I've moved the tokens there.
Yeah, I'll start heading towards the door.
Cool.
The
door is still closed.
Oh, right, it shut behind us, didn't it?
It did.
It's fucked up.
It's a little fucked up. I'm gonna go to it and try and open it.
Give me a strength check.
Okay.
With athletics if you are proficient.
Okay. Athletics, yes. There we go.
Okay, the door is very heavy, but you managed to pull it open. And I will actually switch us back to daylight.
Just like we switch through daylight savings time.
Ugh.
Yup. Anyway,
So,
you are back out here.
I guess do we want to check up where Prince Campfire was, see if he's still hanging around?
Yeah, that's actually a good idea.
Yeah, you can see if he faded away or something.
Maybe we fixed him.
and if not, we can at least let him know that we put his family to rest.
I thought you were going to say we put his dad down.
Well,
Like a dog.
basically that, but in more polite terms.
I do still have the crown if you want to give that to him.
I mean, I think we should sell that. He doesn't need it.
He doesn't need to know we have it.
Yeah, we have people to, like, pay.
Okay, let's establish this now. No one says anything about it, but if he like detects it on us, we offer it to him as like a now you are the king of your kingdom. But only if he asks first.
I mean, we did just kill one ghost. We could kill another if we wanted to.
Hey.
I just wanted
No.
known again that I was not the aggressor in that battle.
No, you were not, and I have no regrets.
All right, well, let's go.
We'll go see
Back
if
to where
he's
he was.
there.
All right. You do see that he is indeed there.
Oh, neat.
Does he look like
Does he look any different?
happier?
He looks less corporeal.
Okay.
Ah,
He turns to the party as you approach and says, you've returned. I imagine it is you I can thank for this sense of release.
You're welcome.
probably a safe guess.
Yeah.
I suppose you met my father then?
Yes. Yes, we did.
Thank you for this. And he kind of like raises a hand and looks at you through it.
I suppose now your spirit can be at peace.
Yes, it seems that way. I imagine I will not linger long.
Well,
He kind of frowns and looks at you, Simon. You have it, don't you?
What, the orb? Yeah.
Yes. I would be careful with that if I were you. It
Yeah.
is very powerful, but there's something dark about it.
Yeah, it seemed to have some sort of effect on some of us during our encounter, so I will definitely be cautious of it, but thank you.
I mean, giant rolling pin couldn't break it. We tried.
True.
He takes that very seriously and said, yes, it does seem very resilient, yes. I wish you well, friends.
And we wish you well on your journey to the next world, next life.
Do you by chance remember your name?
Carthalion.
Oh,
Is that Elvish for campfire?
I'm going to ask this because I don't want to assume one way or the other. In character or out of character?
Definitely out.
Okay.
oh my god. Well, it was nice to meet you, Carthalion. We hope you get some rest now.
And you. I wish peace upon your path.
Well, not much peace in what we're going to do, but maybe after.
It's always the way of it.
He just nods somberly. I think it is time for me to go now. Again, farewell and thank you.
No
and
problem.
the spirit in front of you dissipates.
Let's get out of there, Prince Campfire.
All right, well, that's that. By the way, is the spooky cave ambiance still playing, or did you want to change that?
No, I will pause it. I'll stop it. Actually, I also found another track to play. It actually would make sense. It didn't go through, motherfucker. Never mind.
All right.
Never mind. We're good. You guys are now outside the cave.
All right, I guess we head back to town. See what we can do with what we got.
Alrighty. Let's go see what this pointy thing is worth.
Sure.
Spiky, I don't want to keep carrying this thing around.
The journey to town, if I remember right, it took you a few hours, correct?
Think so?
I think
I
so.
think so, yeah.
Okay. It is probably pretty late in the day now. And Prince Campfire's, or Carthalian's, campfire is still burning quite nicely.
No, do we just want to hang out here then? And sleep here tonight and then go back tomorrow morning?
May as well.
Sounds good.
We'll have crew then get back. We do have to pay them. It's been almost a week.
Shall we do a little search of the ruins here?
Yeah, just
Sure.
look around to make
Would
sure
be a
it's
good
safe
idea.
to set up here.
Sure.
I'm gonna look for anything to take. Do we?
Well, we can do
need
both,
money.
I think.
Fucking rogues, man. All right. If people are looking for things, you can roll me either a investigation, if you're specifically searching for something, or perception to just kind of look around and get a feel for things.
Sorry, you said investigation we can do?
Yes, if you're specifically looking for something. Ooh.
Just sort of a general looking around, I guess. So, perception.
Sure.
I will roll as soon as
Not
it starts
good.
letting me actually click on things. It let me click to walk over to the campfire. That's all I've gotten to do.
Yeah. Oh, right. Your laptop is not the most responsive. Is that the word I want?
Go ahead and say it's terrible.
Okay. So you are wanting to search for something lootable. Sure. Okay. You rolled a 14, Marcus. Looking around, you see the tree line is still pretty far back. You don't see anything of particular worry around here. You don't hear anything that would be worrying, just the sounds of a forest as it gets closer to evening. As you're looking around, you find a lot of rubble and a couple, shards of pottery, other things you would find in a abandoned ruin like this, but you don't find anything that would be of particular value to anyone who isn't an archaeologist.
Okay.
All right, and then the party long rests.
Before we do, I just want to ask a question. So,
Sure.
one of my new abilities is the Eldritch Invocation. When you are in an area of dim light or darkness, use your action to become invisible until you move or take an action. Can I use this to make myself invisible as I lie down and go to sleep?
Yes.
All right, then I go to sleep while invisible.
Cool. I will also say, when it comes to combat or whatever, shooting your bow takes an action.
Yes.
So
No, I'm aware.
you would, however, get unseen attacker, so you would have advantage on the attack.
That's the idea.
Yeah. All right. You guys long rest.
You're an honorary rogue there, buddy.
Kinda.
Are you posting washes?
Yes.
Yeah, probably should.
I'll take the last shift this time.
I'll
I'll
take
go-
first watch.
Okay, I'll go in the middle.
Sure. Sorry, was that Ithvik saying he'd take first?
Yeah,
Okay.
I have a solid perception, so.
Yep. There we go. Ooh, you rolled quite well for that. You don't really see anything. Like your first, couple hours of this long rest pass without anything of note happening. You can hear animals kind of far off, but nothing worrying.
Fine by me. Who was next?
Me.
Sure. Could you give me a perception check as well? Okay, it's again more of the same. It seems like a relatively quiet night. You almost get the sense that creatures might be avoiding this area for some reason. But yeah, nothing comes over and pesters you. You don't feel anything to be off. And then, sure, I think we'll have Antoine do this watch. Cool. And then he wakes Simon.
All right. So perception.
Yes.
Oh, that was almost a 3.
Again, you start to see, like, towards the end of your watch, you see the sun start to rise. Like, you see light kind of over the top of the cliff as the sun rises to the east.
Alrighty.
And then it is morning.
All right. I gently wake everyone up.
Yep. Tyron, you have slept very well as everyone else kept watch.
Perfect. my changeover of spells.
Okay. Those of you with new equipment that requires attunement, you are now attuned to your magic items.
Nice.
I will remind you, Itchy, that does not reveal that curse.
Okay.
So, but you know all of the non-curse related magical properties of that orb.
Okay.
Yeah.
Neat. Look at all the stuff it does.
Yeah. And where to?
I already saw a attempted to mind control somebody. I'm gonna keep an eye on Ichi for a while.
So I say a little bit of breakfast and back to the ship.
Yeah.
Sure. Could I get survival checks to see if you make it? You can find your way through the forest. It's not terribly difficult.
I would like to instead give someone advantage on that with the help act.
Sure. Everyone's rolling, and the party is really making that a party survival check, which means everyone rolls, and as long as most of the party passes.
The unfortunate thing is it closed my browser, so I can't roll.
Oh shit. Yeah. Survival. Normal. Oh yeah. No worries about anything here.
Again, decent wisdom, so I made sure of that. So.
Yep. Oh yeah. Party average is like a 15. You're golden.
Yeah, nice.
All right. I think it's probably higher than that, actually. Trying to do mental math is hard. You guys make it back to town. It's been a couple hours, and we are going to pause here for a second. Edema.
That's me.
I will just reiterate what I told you there. You see this ship that looks nice. There's activity going on, and like something draws your eye to it. You are all on along the docks of Seagate here. We're gonna shift back to where's my world map? What the fuck?
Did you lose our ship?
Here we are on the world map. It'll transfer all of you over.
We just get dropped in the middle of the ocean.
So, here, I think I do actually need to drag this out here. So, you are in Seagate, which is a city on the coast in the Godlands. It sits right where a river meets the sea. You just got off of a contract on a ship, decided not to renew that contract, and are looking for work. You see a ship that catches your eye. A stout dwarf is calling orders to a crew of, seems mostly human, but a couple elves and dwarves here and there as well.
Might I call out to the dwarf, try to get their attention?
Sure.
Ahoy! Am I just gonna go there?
Am I allowed to use that word?
Ahoy! To where be your next destination?
Well, we're actually waiting for the rest of our officers to return from a bit of a shore trip, but we're in the middle of a bit of a mission on behalf of the Crown of Haven. Who might you be?
Crown of Haven. My name is Adema. I'm a simple cleric of Thassa. Some might say that sort of information might be something you want to keep to your chest. But if I may, who are these officers you speak of? They have a name for themselves.
Well, they don't have a name collectively, as I've been told, but we are the crew of the Azure Tide here, and sounds to me we've piqued your interest. Is that correct?
It may be. I'd have to know what this mission is, and I'd like to get friendly with some of these officers of yours.
He fuck. He pauses. I rolled a nat 1 for an insight check here. He pauses for a moment, then kind of shrugs and says, "Well, I'll let you in here. We are hunting Black Eye Razorgum. You may have heard of the King of the Dragon Sea. Well, Alvaronis' navy wants his head, and we're looking for it."
You don't say. I suppose a mark like that's gonna net you a pretty hefty profit. I don't suppose you'd be needing a cleric aboard, but what am I saying? I'll wait for your officers to get back before I inquire further. I'm sure they'd like to know.
I was going to tell you, recommend you do the same.
Glad we're of an accord. I'll take a seat.
All right. He kind of gestures you towards a couple barrels on deck that appear to be that's where they belong. And he turns back, calling out to the boys. It almost seems like he's doing some sort of like training exercise rather than actually putting them to work that is needed right now. And then after probably an hour of watching this, you hear, the sounds of the sea. It's quite nice, probably very, I don't know, relaxing for you as a cleric of Thassa.
Why, correct.
You eventually see a motley crew come on deck, and this dwarf turns to them and says, "Welcome back. How was the trip?" We've got the rest of the party here as well. Do you want to describe yourself for us as well, Adema?
Sure. This would be a normal run-of-the-mill human. Doesn't look to be quite from the Dragon Sea. Among, I'd say, 5 feet, probably 9 inches tall. Dark tan skin, locks in the back, long flowing beard, many piercings, and it's all been salt washed, as it were. You can tell he's been through a bit of sailing over the years.
Yes, very good, very piratey.
I'm stuck.
Yeah, I will. I don't know. Is there toggle on navigation? That's not quite what I wanted to do. but I apologize to everyone watching for all of these tech issues. It's been a while since we played.
Yeah.
It's mostly me anyway.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, guys.
It's all good. We're just looking at the map of the sea here anyway. Yeah. You see there to the rest of the party. Aerodrim comes up to you and says, "Oh, welcome back. Did you find anything of particular note?"
We found a couple of baubles. Haunted cave. You know.
Oh, that is something then. Yes.
This old spiky fucking crown. We gotta find somewhere to get rid of this thing.
It does look like it has some value, yes.
We also lost someone. I don't want us to forget that. Someone did just, yeah.
I was going to ask, is she not returning?
We don't know.
We got into a bit of a scuff with an undead elven king of sorts, and what appears to have happened is she was spirited away somewhere, and after we thoroughly dispatched our foe, she did not return, so we're not quite sure what happened to her. So
We understand that she just disappeared. It's fucking weird.
That is probably something we should keep on the task list going forward.
He pauses to think for a moment, shrugs and says, "I'm stumped." He rolled another nat 1.
Well, I'm all out of ideas.
Anyway, I've tried nothing and I'm out of ideas. He says, "Well, that's very, very sad. We'll miss her around here. She lightened the mood."
Yeah.
Anyway, just now, or a little bit ago, someone approached. Seemed he was looking for work, and I think we should consider him. He turns and gestures at the person who is not part of your crew, but is on the deck of your ship. Adema, he like waves to you to come over and meet the rest of the officers.
We just letting strangers walk around on our ship now.
He seems trustworthy to me. Oh, friend, I didn't get your name.
I trust this man whose name I don't know.
Actually, you did tell him your name, didn't you? I'm riding with you. Shit all day.
He did. I think he did. Let's go to the tape.
I don't remember your name, friend. What was it?
Clasp him on the shoulder. There'll be edema.
Yes. This is Edema. He said he was a priest of Tessa?
Wow, you're great at this. That would be cleric of Thassa, the great ocean that you sailed across.
That one is having a lasting effect.
I'm having fun with it, man.
Absolutely.
Yes. He had some questions about what we were doing. It seems he's looking for work. Yes?
I got that part right.
Yes.
Nailed it.
So then I'll go see. You need to sell the crown, and then we'll be getting underway.
That's the plan.
I was like, unless anyone has anything else we're doing before we shove off.
You there, cleric. What exactly are your skills here? What would you bring to our crew?
I don't suppose you've known a cleric before, but I suppose I could heal your wounds if you have them, and of course bring the strong wrath of Thassa to bear on our enemies. But mostly I've been sailing since I was a young lad. I know my way aboard the ship. If it pleases you.
Can we do like a religion check to see how much we know about Thassa?
Sure.
Just to see, like,
I'm gonna be honest.
Never mind the fact that Edema would love to tell you all about this.
This is before they ask.
yeah. Like, how much do we know about that? Like, let's see. A lot, apparently.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
You're a believer.
Thassa is a goddess of the sea and of change. She's very mostly invested in the lives of merfolk, but has been known to give blessings to non-merfolk as well.
Sounds like my kind of god.
She's not one of the more well-known deities in this part of the world, though.
So what I'm hearing is you're trying to find a mermaid.
Clerics are all well and good, friend, but I was more referring to outside of healing injuries. What?
That was part of. My inquiry was more like, what kind of abilities would someone who follows that god have?
Can I give them a rundown, or is this
Up to you. Answer how you see fit.
Was that an in-character question, or you just went it straight because you rolled a 20?
I think mostly in character.
Okay. Well, I'm happy you asked. See, Thassa is the goddess of the sea. She really does bear her whole weight to change the world as she sees fits, and she blesses those that follow her with the strength of the storms and the wrath of the sea. And I'd be happy to bring it down upon any of our enemies, be that in the form of thunder, lightning, sleet, rain, waves, you name it. If the sea can bring it to bear, I'll do all I can to make sure it does as well.
Well, that sounds to me like it would be of particular use on a seafaring voyage.
Always good to have the one who controls the waves at our side. Just
I was
saying.
gonna say, if waves get rough, maybe they can do something about it.
Whoa. See, Thassa is the goddess of change. To use magic to calm her thoughts, it'd be blasphemy. I can't be done.
Oh.
But if she's
I
the
didn't
goddess
say
of
you were
change,
doing it.
if she's the goddess of change, why couldn't she change the seas from rough to not rough?
God, Thassa's ways are beyond our understanding. To get in the way of her divine intent, it's blasphemy. I refuse to do it. Now,
Simon,
should I
can we
call
not
upon her?
piss off the cleric with lightning?
So if our waves are rough while you're on our ship, it's because you did a bad job, is what I'm hearing.
I love this.
That would be for Thassa to
I'm
decide.
gonna smack Simon on the back of the head.
Simon's not good with people, and especially not good with gods.
We're off to a roaring start. What a blossoming friendship.
Simon has a skewed opinion of otherworldly beings.
I apologize for it, Captain. You're welcome aboard anytime, friend.
I'm not the captain.
I'm sorry it means no harm by it. A little critical thinking brings often good boons, and thus I would appreciate any who ordain to look past.
Perhaps a more appropriate question, though. Do you know how to sail, at the very least?
Since I was a young man, I've had held in a ship. I also know how to employ the riggings as well as shoot a cannon in my day, but I wouldn't say I'm very good.
That seems to be the general
You're
feel
the only
among...
other person up here who knows how to sail, so welcome aboard. I don't want to be sailing day in and day.
I was gonna say that seems to be the general feeling among this crew of not somewhat decent sailors, but not the best, most assembled crew. But we're making it work, so sounds like you'll fit
The
in.
bosun knows how to turn the wheel. I know how to sail. No one else knows how to sail.
All right.
Good job on a ship.
All right, then.
I suppose it's not a problem if one person joins us, since we are also minus one person. So financially, nothing really changes, I guess.
I would like to make sure that you're the gesturing at the large turtle and half orc standing on the boat with you. I wouldn't like to run aground of any of your officers here. If I'm to join, I'd like to make sure everyone's okay with it.
Do
I
either
would
of you have any
appreciate some
objections?
additional wisdom.
No, yeah, you look like you know what you're doing. I don't have a problem with it.
I
Last I'd be
would advise
praised.
against annoying the lady with the giant rolling pin. We see what that does.
And some help
Aye.
with the healing duties would be greatly appreciated as well.
All right. Come on, I can do a little bit. Come on.
And now we have more backup.
Someone with access
Fine.
to spare the dying.
Always a positive.
Fine, wasting all my spell slots on the exploding arrows now.
All right. All right.
All right, well, let's get back to the matter at hand of selling these trinkets, shall we?
All right.
Indeed.
Oh, I hand the Kandichi. You're the one who's good with words. You can do this.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Because I did such a good
unless you want
job
me
with
to
that
order to do
information booth.
Unless you want to become the captain and give me to do it.
Oh, I'm fucked no matter what I do.
Well, anyway.
Okay, so Kai's got like a charisma of 8, so he's not going to be doing any bartering or bargaining.
Yeah, my charisma is fair, so pretty good. So yeah, I guess I'll take care of that.
Perfect. That means I'm going to quickly make a coffee too.
Priorities.
Good.
All right, so
I still have this piece
sorry?
of mural back there as well. What should I keep this? Should I just throw this off?
A witch?
Oh, that piece of the mural from we found out that one skeleton. We did nothing with this.
It's up to you to decide what you do with that.
So we have the crown. We have. I know you mentioned there was a cape. I don't remember if I actually added that to my inventory, or if you told me what that does.
It is a cloak of elven kind.
Is there anything to it?
Oh,
That is a
Ability-wise?
magic item.
the sounds of an interested rogue.
Yup. Oh, rogues really like this item.
I was gonna say it's not in my inventory, so I don't know if someone else has it.
I don't think it was given to anyone else.
You technically gave it to him, but I don't think he actually added it.
Okay, I will add it to your character sheet right now.
Okay.
Cloak of Elvenkind. And you can give that a read.
Mm-hmm.
I will say, Marcus, you would probably be more interested in the boots of Elvenkind.
I would be, but the cloak is also good.
Cloak is very good.
Okay, yeah, I think I can make use of this, so I'm probably not going to sell that.
And then I believe it was Kai found the decanter of decanter that's actually an ever-smoking bottle.
Okay.
Was that kind of good? Oh, that was kind of, wasn't it? I don't think I remember who found that.
An ever-smoking bottle?
Oh, right. I rolled a natural 20 on an unpickable lock. That's what happened to me last time.
Yeah. An ever-smoking bottle, when you unstopper it, it makes a cloud of smoke around you. And if you keep it open, the cloud gets bigger.
That's exactly what it says in the tin.
Oh, 100%.
Who's stealthy?
It also recharges.
I mean, I'm kind of stealthy, but at this point, I have so many different kinds of stealth options. So I feel like if someone else wants to use that, they can take it.
Can I take that cloak? You can turn invisible, buddy.
That's true.
You don't need the cloak.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's let the rogue have the cloak.
Sure. You can just import that using the importer.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Would you like me to do it because your laptop is slow?
It is currently operating.
Oh, you're good? Okay.
What was it the boots do?
You haven't found the boots, but the boots make you move silently. Which is real nice if you have a high stealth check.
For you, Ichi, the boots would literally be perfect, because you would be undetectable.
I
He
also
can't move while invisible.
can fly.
That's true.
Yeah, also that.
I could just like hover above the ground.
Anyway,
Wing flaps. Maybe.
Okay,
yes.
so decanter we're keeping, cloak we're keeping, crown we're selling, piece of mural we're selling. Was there anything else we grabbed? Don't think so.
That we're not keeping. I think that's everything that we weren't keeping.
Okay, so is there something akin to a pawn shop in this town, or?
Are you asking around for that?
Yeah. Back to the information booth.
You could also try just like talking to passersby,
Yeah, let's do that.
which would be an investigation using your charisma.
Okay. Okay, I see that. That is not amazing.
I can't find any good images for what I want this crown to look like, or I would show you a picture.
I mean, if we're about to sell it, does it matter what it looks like?
Fair. It looks cool.
In a crown.
It's formed of black iron with 3 sort of jagged points sticking up over where the brow would be. And it looks like looking closely, you can see rigid wires holding the center peak, but at first glance, it looks like it's just floating in the center between the 2 outer peaks.
Neat.
It's very well made, despite looking rough and sharp. Okay, with a 9. Most people just kind of like blow you off. I will let you try that again, just taking more time to do it.
Okay.
Or other people could attempt it as well to try. Okay,
That's
there you
better.
go. That is better, yes. You eventually get told to go to Alphonse's. And when you presumably ask where Alphonse's is, they give you directions down and tell you it's actually like this little shop through a back alley, but that's probably where you'd best be able to get the most out of selling this.
All right.
Who all is going?
I would at least like the rogue to come with me into that scary back alley.
Sure, why not? I'll come with you.
In that case, what is everyone else up to?
I'm probably taking stock of the kitchen, making sure nobody fucked around in there while we were gone.
Give me a moment here.
Uh-oh.
Roll for fucking
For the
around.
record, I am going to go ahead and just say I already have the.
That is
up
the
on-
3rd nat 1 in a row.
Oh no!
Wow.
Motherfucker.
The food is gone.
Okay. Everything's generally in the same place you left it.
Just slightly to
But
the
it
left.
does look like someone has come through looking for something. But yeah, as far as you're aware, nothing has been taken.
Okay.
And you can look closer if you wish.
Yeah.
Give me a
I will.
perception check or investigation check. Your call.
So I'm gonna go ahead and just say I have the hood up on this cloak
Ouch.
while I'm following Ichi. So
You don't find anything. Nothing is conspicuously missing.
Her search just ends with her standing in the middle of the kitchen looking very confused.
Fair.
For like a good 10 minutes.
That's fair. Just like, what? because everything like isn't in the right place, but it's almost in the right place.
It's like
Oh, no,
it's like
that's
a
awful.
it's like a round of
just off.
it's like a
Yes.
round of I'm on observation duty.
Oh,
All right. What was it you said there? Sorry, Ithvik.
I said while I'm following ET down there, I'm gonna make sure I have the hood up on his cloak already.
You have the cloak. Okay. You guys. Okay. What is Kai getting up to?
Guys, double checking the medical supplies, make sure we don't need anything.
Sure. You find that like a bandage has been used, like has been taken, but like
Someone had a
you
powerful
have
owie.
lots of those. Someone like got into a bar scuffle and hurt and got injured a little bit. It's not a huge deal.
Just a minor owie.
And what is Adema doing with his time on this new ship? You have been shown to your quarters, which aren't enormous. It's like a ship's, like, not even stateroom. Like,
It looks like a pixie was just here.
yeah, there's a bit of some kind of glittery dust on stuff.
I see. I was actually wondering if I could get with Aerodrim, get a rundown of the ship, who everyone's duties are, see where I fit in.
Sure. He tells you that he is the bosun, which means he's sort of the supervisor for all of the general crew. Most orders are relayed through him to the crew. The half-orc, she's the cook. The turtle, he's our barber surgeon.
A turtle, that's racist.
The turtle, I apologize. The half elf with the wings is our navigator. The blue guy with gills.
Wow.
The other blue guy.
Yeah, well, the guy with blue skin.
Yeah.
With gills, he is our quartermaster.
I'm also the helmsman because no one else can fucking say it.
And currently the helmsman, though I hear you are somewhat familiar with that as well. I imagine we'll get to what your duties will be eventually. For the time being, get settled, get familiar with the ship. If you ever need me, I'll be right in that cabin there. He points to. We'll jump over this map that I haven't screwed with since the last time we were on the ship. There's a cabin under the forecastle. He says, I have a bunk in there. Usually you can find me there, or I'll be out here on deck.
Those two tendrils.
Oh, hey, look, the dead bodies.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's non-canon.
I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, I need to get an information here by dragging a token out. And then he leads you through the ship. He really likes talking, often to you. He chatters away. He has a very he's very friendly, very and seems to genuinely love his role here and being a sailor. Yeah.
You'd love to see it. All right.
Love to see it.
All right. With that in mind, I'll just offer up some prayers to Thassa in the meantime, and I guess we can pass it on over.
Sure.
So
Okay.
you guys didn't hear it, but as you ended that last sentence, I played the Reading Rainbow sound.
Did this not? Why did it? That's not the one I wanted. God damn it. This one.
Oh no, we're flashbacking.
That was not intentional, I swear.
That's fine.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Oh, no, wrong you.
I didn't hear no bell.
Yeah. Where are you? Okay, I'm still getting familiar with this. Toggle navigation, and then activate should drag you all back to the world map. So I think.
I am on the lighthouse map.
Yeah.
I'm on the world map.
Yeah, I can see like little circles that tell me where who is if it's at the top there. Marcus, what? Are you still on the ship?
No,
Okay.
I'm on the world map now.
no, it's not registering me as the lighthouse.
Okay.
I think my laptop's playing catch up at the moment. So
Yeah. It looks like everyone's being pulled back to the world map. Okay. Gotta love these tech issues. Love it. Yeah. So
this one was user error, not a tech issue.
I don't know what you're talking about. He says, looking directly into the camera. Anyway, you guys are heading to this shop that you were told you could sell this weird, expensive-looking crown.
Alphonse's.
Alphonse's, yes.
Yeah.
You make your way down this sort of back alley. You see there's a sign hanging over a door, almost stuck between like crates. The sign has a pair of scales with a like gavel underneath. And I realize I'm explaining a lot of like law-based things, but yeah, that's what's on this sign.
Okay.
You're pretty sure this is the right place, but it could easily be missed if you weren't looking for it.
In we go.
All right.
All right. As you enter, it's a pretty small room, and it is full of. I'm going to just use the phrase "random crap."
Yeah.
There's a pile of books almost to the ceiling on one side. There's a barrel with just a shitload of walking sticks and what could be like wizard staves and things like that in it. And it's just a chaotic room to be in. You see several old rusty suits of armor in different styles. And way, like, I say way, but like it feels further than it actually is. There's a little desk just covered in papers with a lockbox on top of it, and behind that sits a little gnome with a pair of glasses perched on his nose, and he is quite engrossed reading over a scroll that seems far longer than it should be.
I'm gonna walk over, start going through the book, see if I can find anything to help me translate this journal of mine.
Oh, you're looking through the books. Okay. Give me an investigation check real quick.
Right. Just a second to click over to that.
Ooh.
Ouch.
Yep, that sounds appropriate.
What's a book?
It's hard. Like these are definitely books, but like it's so chaotic in here that even though this is a stack of books, it's hard to pull just one out without just having everything collapse.
Full Jenga.
It's insane. This guy has never even had an inkling of what the Dewey Decimal System is. It's probably he hasn't done inventory in ever.
They're organized by how they taste.
Something like that. Like it's chaos.
I hear
as you try and pull out a book, you do hear a like muffled crash on the other side of this stack of books, and then you hear, oh, hello. What can I help with? Welcome to Alphonse's. I'll be right back. Just gotta close the door.
Well, if you want to ask about your business first, go ahead.
No, I'm just gonna continue to attempt and fail horribly at looking through these books.
Cool. Excellent first impression.
I'm just
So
trying to
I'll,
stack them back. Thank you.
That's Gnome just keeps like flicking his glance between the two of you. He almost seems a little twitchy.
apologies for my friend
What
disturbing
can I
your
help you with?
apologies for my friend disturbing your well-organized pile of books.
Oh,
Shut up.
yes. Well, I've been meaning to get to those. Anyway, yes. Hello.
So we have just come back into town from a little dungeon adventure that we were just on, and we have picked up what might be something of a valuable, and word about town is that you are the man to bring valuables to.
Oh, I see. Well, let's have a look then.
I put the crown on the desk, but closer to me so that I can put it away again quickly if I need to.
He takes the glasses that were perched on his nose off and pulls out a jeweler's telescope. You know, the ones that like sit in your eye and get really tiny.
Yeah.
And he leans in very, very closely. He even like climbs up on the chair he was sitting on to like lean further over, his hands on the table. He says, "Yes, this seems to be of 4th age elven craft. Very finely done. These wires here supporting the centerpiece. Oh, that is a nice touch. Yes, where this was in a dungeon, you said?" And he looks up at you through the telescope, the jeweler's lens.
I like cock my head back just a little bit so he doesn't whack me with it.
Sorry there. Sorry. Where was it you found this?
I give him a loose description of where the cave was compared to town.
Oh, to think something a treasure so valuable was there. Yes. Did you have a price in mind, or I assume you're trying to sell this, yes?
Yes. What would you think this is worth?
You hear that sound. Mm-hmm. Almost a thoughtful growl. He sits for a moment and considers. Leans forward and may I? Like reaches out towards it and says, "May I?"
Sure.
Sure. I assure you, I will not make a dash for it or anything like that. And he picks up the crown, like turns it over in his hand. He sees a detail that is very, very interesting for a moment. Says, "Yes, I believe I could offer." Well, what would you say to 50 platinum? Then he looks at you again and sets it back on the table.
That's 500 gold.
Simon doesn't. His face doesn't change. Simon would like to. Let me confer with my associate for just a moment. Look over, turn his gaze away from the shopkeeper and over to my party member here. And while my face is turned, I would like to cast Detect Thoughts on the shopkeeper and see if he is thinking about what it might be worth instead of what he's telling me.
Sure. One moment.
Yep.
What are you staring at me for, Bright Eyes?
What do you think? Do you think that price is fair?
I still trying to pick these books up. I didn't hear what he said. Sorry.
Spell. Sure. Okay. How are you just trying to get surface thoughts at first, or are you specifically trying to delve deeper?
I'm specifically trying to see if he has a specific idea of what it's actually worth and if it is different from the price he's telling me.
His thoughts are pretty chaotic. But he keeps going through like different things he's noticed about the crown. And it's just like a mile a minute with this guy.
I'm specifically listening for numbers.
Yes. A line of thought in there is, yes, 50 platinum is good. I'm almost sure we can sell it for, a little bit more than that. But of course, we need to make a profit too. And like, still just chaotic mile a minute. On and on and on and on and on.
After hearing this stream of consciousness, Simon just like zips back around to him and like lightly slams the desk. Sold. And it's just like trying to push the thoughts out of his brain.
So you end concentration.
Yes.
Okay. He's like, yes. Give me a moment, and I will be back with your coins.
Thank you.
And he hops down from his chair. Says, I won't be a moment, and totters off through a door that was hidden by a pile of cloaks. And a couple minutes later comes back with I
think he was saying something about while he was gone.
What's up?
While he was gone, I was going to make a perception check around the room, see if there's anything that strikes my eye.
Are you just looking around the room?
Yes, at the moment.
Okay.
Just a quick glance. I'm not moved.
Sure. This room is a mess.
It sure is a store.
Wow.
It's a store, but it's also like your hoarding grandmother's front room.
There is so much random shit.
Yeah. You're pretty sure you see like just a random chicken bone. Like
it's a wishbone.
And somewhere in the room you can hear like it almost looks like a cat scratching at wallpaper, but you don't see a cat.
Pet or item for sale.
Yeah. And then anything you would like to do to act on that information.
There's nothing I can act on, so I'm just gonna...
Fair. All right. A few minutes later, Alphonse comes back out with a sack that clinks heavily on the table. It says, there you are, and I will take this. Was there anything else today? We can always operate on a basis of exchange here. Obviously I'll have to take coins out of this bag if there were things you wanted to purchase alongside selling the crown.
I think Simon's going to do a quick once-over of the place, see if there's anything that might jump out as useful to him.
Sure.
I'm just going to walk over and ask the guy.
Not good. I have spent my one good roll for the night.
To be fair, it was a very good roll.
Yeah.
Walk over and ask the old man if he has anything interesting in stock right now.
That is a vague definition.
Oh boy, buckle up.
I smell a song cue.
I'm not going to break into song, but he practically does. And it's almost the same as that stream of consciousness. Have you ever gotten someone who is neurodivergent to talk about one of their hyperfixations?
Yes.
That is 110% what happens here.
My best friend, who I was roommates with for 10 years, is a high-functioning autistic with very interesting and diverse fixations, so I'm very familiar with that.
Oh, that's straight up what's happening here.
It's adorable.
And he talks about how like he's pointing all over the room with no like he's not going from like one side of the room to the other. It's like, and on the right here we have this armor that was XYZ thing, and over here we have a staff and like he's not pointing to a specific item. He's pointing to the barrel of staves. Or just that line of suits of armor.
The book jungle.
Yeah, he tells you about a lot of things that he finds very interesting here. It
Let me
takes
get a little more specific, friend. I mean, particularly magical in nature.
Well, anything is magical if you believe enough. But
I fucking love that.
The plate armor, and he pauses for a moment to swap. He now remembers he's wearing this jeweler's lens. He takes it out, puts his glasses back on. The plate armor, third from the left is magical. If I remember right, it helps you move faster, but that also just moves you faster towards your end.
Whoa.
If
That's
I remember right, it's called the Dead Man's Plate.
Cool.
And then over here, that whole barrel of staves, usually there's something magic about it, or at least a wizard has cast magic through it, so there's some latent magic involved there. You understand. And then, I'm sure somewhere what happened in that corner of the room? He's looking at the pile of books.
That's my fault. I tried to look at it myself and they fell. I thought I fixed most of them. It fell over again.
Well, I like I said, I've been meaning to get to that, so now I'll get to that.
It's been moved to the top of the list.
There are some old spell books there. Hard to interpret. Every wizard has their own way of like writing their spells. Ugh. Wizards and their secrets. Then I'm sure at least one of those cloaks there is magical. I think this is still a vague question.
I have something else to ask. Your experience with identifying magic items, that is the impression I get?
Yes.
I have something not maybe in the way of selling, but maybe if there's anything you can tell me about it, I would give you a bit of this money back. And he presents the orb.
Oh, shit.
Oh, that is something. A moment. Okay. You are still holding the orb, yes?
Yes, I'm holding it in my hand,
Okay.
not putting it on the table.
And what are you watching?
I would say I'm looking at Alphonse.
Okay.
I'm not trying to cast anything, but
Yeah. What is your... Okay.
Big
You
ass.
see as his eyes hit the orb, you see almost a flash behind his, in his eyes. Of that, like the same... It's not just a reflection of the faint glowing of the orb. You almost see the light come from in his eyes as well, briefly. And he says, that is indeed something.
Well,
And he switches back to his jeweler's lens as well.
mm-hmm.
the second E.T. put the orb on the table, I'm gonna walk over and try to grab.
I'm not putting it on the table. I'm holding it in my hand.
Well, while he's examining it, I'm gonna walk over and try to grab the cloaks.
You're going through books again? Sorry?
No, cloaks.
Cloaks. Okay. He's
hide between
looking
them?
very, very closely at this, and you see him like wave a hand. He says, I will need a minute. You can hold it, but I'll need a couple minutes just to really understand what it is you have here.
That's fine. And Simon holds the orb firmly.
You. And he... yeah. He... After a minute or two, you hear him start talking, and his voice has shifted. It's very, like, matter of fact now. And he starts talking about the necromantic energy coming from the orb, and evocation energy coming from the orb, and that it seems like that would amplify any energy focused through it as well. It seems that there are some sort of magic, shapes of magic waiting to be cast from it. And it seems very, very powerful, but there's something else in here that I can't quite make out. Almost a shadowed corner of it. Yes. And he leans closer and closer to the orb in your hand.
Do you want me to roll for what I'm doing? Or
Yes, please.
Okay.
I mean, roll regardless.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm still in I'm just taking them all. I don't care.
While I'm over here enthralling him.
Okay. There is a difference between taking a cloak and taking all of the cloaks.
I want to take
And they affect potential complications.
I want the magic one. That's what I'm trying to get.
The magic one.
I don't know which one it is. That's why I said all.
Okay. Roll a d6 for me.
Yet, I'm just picturing a kid hiding between clothes racks in a value village. Oh.
Okay. You grab 3 cloaks. And that this is like more or less as stealthily as you can, just like 1, 2, 3. Let's see. He has that bonus to that.
If you were rolling perception to catch me, it's disadvantage.
Oh, it was absolutely disadvantage, dude.
Yeah, that's a pretty safe guess.
Yeah. He doesn't appear to notice. The cloaks that you grabbed are... One is... how... There's a... one that almost seems to be two-sided. One side is a sort of glossy, satiny black. The inside is a very soft, almost fluffy red. And I say that like as if it's in good shape right now, but it's very dusty, hasn't been properly maintained. But it seems like that would have been the original intent. Another one is brown with to run your hand down it almost feels like feathers, and then if you were to hold it out, it is even 2 pieces as if it were a bird's wings. And then the last one
my cousin.
The last one feels like not oiled leather. Almost feels like a raincoat. It's a very, very deep blue. And it seems like there's one strand that comes off of the bottom and whisks outward. Almost as if it would trail behind you as you walk.
Resist the urge to say it. Resist the urge to say it.
Sorry?
Sorry. Out of character, I know which one's magic, but
You think you know which one's magic.
Unless you're gonna stand in the shop trying to identify these while I'm having this conversation, we can worry about that later.
Oh no, I'm not gonna do it. My character has no idea.
I will also tell you, all of those descriptions could apply to magic items.
Yeah, you're not wrong, actually.
Anyway, Simon, he is leaning closer and closer to it. And I need you to make a quick dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Okay. He grabs for the orb. You manage to pull your hand back in time, but he definitely tried to grab the orb.
All right. Well, it appears that our business is concluded, and Simon takes the money, the sack, and does not give him. I was going to give him a platinum for identifying, but that was kind of a rude thing to do. So I think we'll just be on our way. Thank you.
He shakes his head a bit. It's like, yes, sorry, please do come back at some point, and kind of trails off, not really like focusing on you as you leave.
Yeah. And in one hand I have the bag of platinum, and in the other I just grab Ithvok by the collar and drag him out.
What the fuck?
He has his arms full of cloak.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, we're leaving now.
It doesn't seem like Alphonse noticed the cloaks.
All right.
In my
Well,
bag as we're out, but
that was a profitable trip. Back to the ship.
All right. You make your way back to the ship. Aerodrim has gotten everyone, all hands are making ready to leave port now. Has anyone on board the ship been up to anything in particular in the meantime?
No, not really.
Probably started on dinner, depending on what time of day it is.
That's probably early afternoon at this point.
Okay.
So when Simon gets back to the ship, what I'd like to do with the money is I'd like to pay how much of, so it's 50 platinum we got, yes?
Yes.
so how much? A total of 500 gold.
So how much of that would it cost to keep everyone happy for another week or two?
I am going to say at this point that they are, I don't know, because you're taking away from family and whatever, they count as skilled labor, which is a gold a day. I need a player's handbook. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a good thing to keep your role-playing book library in your office.
Yeah.
But I believe it's a gold a day, but I will just double check here. Where's hirelings? Services, hireling, skilled. Sort of 2 gold per day.
Okay.
So for a crew of, there's 5 of you, 6 including Aerodrim, because he counts as an officer. 24, that's 48 gold a day.
Balancing the budget, the most entertaining of D&D gameplay.
Okay, actually, that's a lot. I'm going to say that it's 5 silver per day per crewman,
Okay.
which means that's 12 gold a day for the whole crew. That's a lot less money for you.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
let's say times 2 weeks is 168 gold.
That tracks. I should talk about. I've been thinking about this a bit, and I think I want to do it. Most of the time in D&D stuff, instead of using a week that is based on like our calendar,
Okay.
they operate on 10 days, which is essentially the equivalent of a week, and it's 10
You know what?
days.
Let's eradicate this entire process from this that is supposed to be entertainment. I'm gonna give the crew 1 platinum to split amongst themselves, and we'll see how long that carries us.
That's 10 gold.
Chaos. Well, we'll talk after. I have some things ahead that will also require keeping track of days.
Okay.
Like,
I was gonna say I don't know how much time we want to spend on the math.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, you give people money.
Yeah.
We'll talk about how exactly that goes down.
Let's even make it. We'll make it 5 platinum for the crew, and then the rest of it I want to split evenly between our party. That said, the share that would go to our new party member, since he hasn't really done anything yet, I will hold on to for now until he has proven his worth.
Earned his keep. Are you including Eridrim in that share as the supervisor for your crew?
That sounds fair.
Okay. So 5 to the crew. You have 45 platinum remaining. Divided 6 ways is not nice math.
45 divided by 6 is 7.5.
There you go.
So each of us has 7.5 platinum, except for our new friend.
7 platinum and 5 gold.
Yeah, 7 platinum, 5 gold. Yeah.
There we go. There's that out of the way.
I would, because I like to shit on Electrum because it's a shitty currency. I will never give you Electrum.
Cool.
No one ever
It
does.
just makes the math awkward.
Because copper, silver, gold, and platinum are all in tens, and electrum
Yeah.
is just in between.
Electrum is 5 silver, which means 2 Electrum is a gold. Why?
All right, I have updated my inventory.
Anyway.
I have 82 gold.
Actually, I'm still holding on to the other one, so yeah.
I'm just going to keep track of gold specifically.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people do.
Platinum.
If I was a dick and saying like, hey, we're gonna play with encumbrance, you would want to keep track of what currency it's in as well. Because 50 coins are a pound.
Okay.
But encumbrance is boring because math is boring.
Yeah. That's why I'm trying to minimize this process.
Yeah. All right.
I'm not at 50 coins.
Most of the math I'm going to have to do, so.
Yeah.
For what it's worth, I am not at 50 coins.
Oh, I know. All right. So
There's that squared away.
after all of that, Eridrim comes up to you and says, "So, well then, I imagine you know where we're off to."
Quick question though. Before we headed off on that adventure we just came back from, we definitely did spot another ship in another dock. Did anyone happen to see where it was going or glean any other information about it? Because that seemed of import.
Well,
That was the other lady. The lady who.
yeah. Well, there was that ship, but then there was the one that you had followed someone to.
Yeah, I followed someone to another ship in the dock and chose not to go after them.
So first, the Silver Lady is not in the harbor yet anymore, as well, which was Mystaria's ship. If it were, I imagine Adema would have gone there first, because that is a pretty ship.
Can't confirm. I like shiny things.
Oh, it's silver painting, silver woven into all of the rigging. she a pretty ship?
He could have ended up as a rival instead of a 6th Ranger character.
And then the other ship whose name you did not get, it... Give me a perception check.
Okay.
It is still in harbor, I will say that. Okay.
Ooh, that's a good one.
It is still in the harbor.
Okay.
But it looks to be at ready to leave.
Okay. They seem to be people that we should be keeping an eye on from our previous conversations with them, so I think maybe we should consider following them wherever they are going.
Can I see if it has a name written anywhere on it?
Sure. Also give me a perception check.
By the way, I'm like talking and doing a lot of things, so like if anyone else has any other ideas or wants to jump in at any time, feel absolutely encouraged to do so. I feel really bad that Kay hasn't said or done a lot tonight.
No, I'm good. I loved that whole interaction with that crazy guy in the pawn shop. That was amazing to listen to.
Cool.
Every D&D campaign needs a crazy gnome running a shop.
I rolled a 13, by the way.
Yes. You see there is a name on it. That is...
The SS made it up.
That is the Thorned Rose.
Do we recognize the name at all? History check?
Sure. You can attempt a history check.
I was about to say, have I? Because I've been sailing these seas for a minute now.
I am also going
Make a history check.
Because...
Fuck.
Also a pirate. Terrible.
We know nothing! Woo! High five!
Okay. You have heard the name in like sailor bars with it's very much a pirate vessel. You've mostly heard it in passing of like as you're having a drink with your crew, you hear another crew like it's sailor gossip sort of stuff of like, did you hear that insert ship name got hit by the Thorned Rose, that sort of thing. They're probably not nice people.
As pirates often aren't.
Fair to glean.
Exactly.
I resent
Remember,
that.
pirates never take anything that isn't theirs.
I do not resent that one.
That's X the doubt.
Oh, Disney. Anyway.
I'm just trying to remember because I can't remember if that guy that we spoke to who went to that ship said anything that would indicate that he either is part of the crew of the person we're after or is related to that crew or could point us to them.
There is a blue flag hanging, like flying from above the topsail.
Okay, and we were told about our target's flag being a similar flag, I believe. So I think maybe we want to follow this person and see if they lead us, if not maybe to our target, but perhaps closer.
I'm pretty sure you were told where your target is.
Far south. We are going far south.
Yeah. Apologies, my memory is not
I
amazing.
need to redo this map now that I have Incarnate Pro.
I don't remember if it was like southeast or something, but southwest. Sorry, not southeast. Southeast is land.
I need to redo this map.
My memory is not the best. I don't remember every single detail.
Out of character, Razorgun was at the Dreadfort, which is also the
Right.
Isle of Tisbaga.
Right.
Yeah. Have inspiration for that there, Bon.
Grazie.
Also, after spotting that ship's name, I'm going to walk around to the rest of the crew, starting with Barry, and offer them one of the clothes.
Okay.
Today, so.
Do you want to maybe identify them and see what each one does first? So maybe you can figure out who.
Does anyone have the identify spell?
Shit. I can't identify. She have a -1 int.
I have detect magic.
You can find out
That'll tell you what school it is.
which/if one is magic.
Then sure, I'll do that as a ritual.
Okay.
Still gonna offer me.
Someone roll me a d3, please.
Should I do it?
Sure.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. All right. The black satiny one with the red lining is magical, and the almost like oil slick dark blue one is.
I knew it. I'm a character, but I knew it. It was the blue one I was calling, by the way, for the record.
Oh, I know. That's a fun one.
It's useless to me, but well, mostly useless to me.
Anyway, Barry, you have been offered a cloak.
Where the heck did you get these?
Don't ask questions you don't want the answer to, okay?
Simon just sighs in frustration.
That should tell you everything you need to know.
Mary just rolls her eyes. I mean, so what? There's 3 cloaks. 2 of them are magical. One is just kind of fancy looking.
The 2 magical ones are still kind of dusty, and no matter how much you try and brush the dust off, it doesn't go away.
That's the magic.
It's black and very like, aside from the dust, it looks like it's very fine. It's like a satiny black exterior with a red lining underneath it, and then the other magical one is almost like a raincoat in a very like deep blue with a single long strand that comes out of the bottom of it for probably about a foot that would trail behind you as you walk.
Oh my god.
And then the non-magical one looks almost like it's made of feathers and is 2 halves that like could be outstretched to look like a bird's wings.
Oh.
Well, since I gave away the cloak I had before, Simon is interested in that blue one.
I'll give you one too if you want it. You identified it, so take it.
All right.
Sure.
I feel like cloaks would just get in the way of like my particular skill set. So I'll pass, but thank you.
Suit yourself. I'll walk up if I got offer one.
There's Kai. Still with us? Okay.
Regardless.
I don't need the winking one. I already got some.
Cloak of that one?
Oh yes, I've heard many tales of the cloak of that one.
Itchy, check your character sheet for what your cloak is.
I was actually considering taking this as an invocation, so this is helpful.
Yup, it's a fun one. Just is nice. And then Kai, did you take the other magical one or the wings?
I'll take the magical one.
Okay. Import. What is? It's the. Sorry, the actual item name it's a cape, not a cloak.
Even I'm not going to be pedantic about that.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Check it out in your inventory, Kai.
All right.
Okay. And then I'll.
That one's
Offer the
also
other one
very
to
fun.
I'll offer the other one to Antoine.
Damn
Yeah,
it.
the last member of our ground.
Do you want wings?
I'm not even here, and these guys don't know me. They have no reason to give me a cloak.
Did he say?
We just met him. I'm gonna be in character here. I can't give it to him. I don't.
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
I thought you said Antoine, like our NPC. card.
To Antoine. He's like, ooh,
Yeah,
this looks
Antoine.
nice. He takes it, ties it around, and like immediately opens his arms as if they're wings.
Flaps around, running around the deck of the
It looks
ship.
great.
Yup, he's having a great time. He's a couple of the crew see him like and laugh. Like it's great for crew morale. All right.
He just got paid. They got a show.
Yep. Yeah, they're in great moods.
Yeah.
This does bring us back to the question of where to.
Does anyone have any ideas other than follow the pirates?
Honestly, no.
All right then.
I mean, we already got the ship. We don't even actually have to do the job if we don't want to. Just saying.
Yeah, our other choice is to go directly to the Dread Fortress, but I don't know if we're quite ready to storm the fortress of our target right away. You know what I mean?
That's what I was talking about. We don't technically have to do that if we really don't want to.
Do you remember what Mystaria told you? I would not blame you if you don't.
Yeah, it's been a while, so I don't remember those
I
specifics.
I take notes, but a lot was happening.
Yeah, it's all
Was
good.
it
Keep everything.
along the lines of the fact that you're not allowed to get to the Dread Fort unless you make a name for yourself?
There was that, or bring something to offer him that he would be interested in.
Also,
Yeah.
I mean, the orb
I
would
would
probably
look at
qualify.
guys.
Perhaps it would.
But
the boy does dabble in dark magic. But do you want to make a dark magic pirate king more evil?
bringing it to him doesn't necessarily mean actually giving it to him. It's just
Unless
a
you can't keep it
pretense.
from him.
It is a pretense to access him. Unless we
As
want
the
to.
dungeon master, I am going to remain silent at this
Yeah.
point.
No, that's.
How about we find something a little more concrete that we kind of know for sure he wants?
Yeah, that's why maybe we do follow these pirates and sort of broaden our options, as it were.
Follow the pirates to take them out.
Follow them back to wherever they're based. Maybe they have something there we can add to our repertoire of treasures.
If you aim to be following a pirate ship, you best be ready for a fight.
Oh, for
It's
sure.
hard to sail stealthily there.
That's the only
I'm
thing
always
stopping
ready
me.
for a fight. I'm always ready for a fight.
I mean, we've been in a couple of scuffles.
I like this guy. The blue one?
Which blue one?
The one that likes to fight.
Okay, look. You wear blue. I am actually blue. Come on.
True.
Gotta love the Vidalkin. Oh.
All right. Well, I've offered a solution and a half. If anyone else has any other courses of action, I'm open to suggestions.
I am pleased with my rolls today. I got something I'm happy with. And everyone has magic. I'm happy. We got a teleporting turtle now. I'm happy with this.
Teleporting half shell.
Yeah. Cloak of the Mountebank, or Cape of the Mountebank is really nice.
For the record, by the way, you can take one person with you if you use that.
Yeah, you can take a buddy, as long as they're willing.
And since you shared what your cloak does, I'll share that mine lets me swim and breathe underwater.
Look at the man.
He can now swim faster than me.
Yep.
Which is going to be
Oh, that's
great
a
for a
thing.
pirate and ocean-themed adventure.
Yep. All right. Cool.
So,
So,
are we following the pirates? We need group agreement on this.
I'm okay with this. Yeah, I'm following.
sure. You
So, for the record, Ichi, whenever we're sailing on the, whenever we're on the ship, you can just take advantage on checks here.
Sorry?
I could just give you help with that.
So I can take advantage on which?
If Montu ever asks you to make a navigational check, I'm just going to immediately help you so you can take
Okay.
advantage on those.
Sure.
You have the for that.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay. In that case, you guys have settled on the plan of following the other ship. And that is where we're going to end tonight's session.
That sounds right.
I'm pleased with today's.
Looks like we're about to go onto the horizon.
Yeah.
Anybody have like can spell like cast invisible ship or something?
I mean, I have invisibility spell, but I don't think it'll encompass the entire ship.
Negative. I could.
Giant object.
I hit things.
I've got a fog cloud. If you want to roll up in style.
Yeah, the spell I have for invisibility, a creature you touch becomes invisible.
Yep.
So unless we can somehow justify that the boat is a creature.
Well, we can use the ever-smoking bottle until it's a cloud big enough to...
Oh, that's actually a good idea. We travel under cover of fog. There's the answer. That's awesome.
Someone roll me 2d6 for weather. I forgot to ask.
I'll roll it.
Yeah. Okay. It is a little bit cloudy.
Excellent. Same roll.
Oh wow, same roll.
Yeah, it's
really
meant to be a
must
little
be.
bit cloudy.
It is yet cloudier. All right, well then that fits in with our plans perfectly.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you everyone for watching this episode of Scourge of the Dragon Sea. Make sure to follow on Twitch, subscribe if you want to. It's great content. If you're watching on YouTube right now, like, follow, subscribe, dingle the bingle, all of that shit.
The bingle.
Yep.
Don't mind if I do.
Yeah. Ring the bell. You dingle the dingle.
Dingle responsibly.
Dingle responsibly. All right. Yeah, Itchy, do your outro if you want.
All right. Well, thank you all for tuning in to BluePopStream. This has been another great game. We missed a couple weeks, but I would say this entertaining session more than made up for the hiatus we took. Let's see. My stream team member, the B Key, is streaming Back 4 Blood, so I'm going to raid everyone who's watching over there. Thank you once again, and we will see you next time. I might be streaming some Hitman on Saturday because I started playing that and my friend wants to watch me play it and maybe join in the stream. So if I have time Saturday night, I will be streaming some Hitman. Maybe also streaming something on Wednesday. Haven't decided if I'm up to it.
Awesome. Sounds like fun.
Have a good night, everyone.